you have to join us. Yes, you have to join us because you are a citizen of the country. You are part of the citizenry, and so you have to speak out. If you don't speak out, then you are in, or we are all in for trouble. We live our life or our development to the hands of these politicians, most of them who are very deceitful. If you are not careful, then we may leave the country into an abyss, which we don't want it to happen, because we also want to develop like other countries. My name, Franklin Cadwell, your host, and this morning, before I say anything else, like I always say, wake up in the morning, you are able to see the rays of the sun. You did not just wake up like that or seeing the rays of the sun, or can be able to hear, go to and fro. If that happens, it means something prompted you, and you have to take a second and say, thank you, God. Now, like I always say, you always want to have energy before going on to your duties. You might have taken some food already, all right? But this morning, by way of motivation to psych you up, I want to state that every new day is another chance to get it right. Every new day is another chance to get it right. That is the motivation for today. You know, day in and day out is a new day. Yes, every day there's a new day. Now, there are so many achievements that you would want to achieve. Maybe yesterday you got it wrong. Yes, maybe 3 days ago, yesterday you got it wrong. Years ago you got it wrong. But remember that every new day is another chance to get it right. So if you made a mistake yesterday, step on that mistake, forge ahead, fight ahead, correct that mistake, and proceed. Do not look at the mistake you made. Forget about the mistake. Sit on that mistake, stand on that mistake, and proceed. And so, if whenever you see a new day, right, it is another chance. It is another avenue, all right, for you to step on, another step to step on, so that you can what? Get it right. It won't always be wrong, yes. It won't always be that you'll be making mistakes every now and then or every day. No. You can correct such mistakes if you so want to. Correct such mistakes, all right, and go on in life. Person Bob Rag, just push on, push on, all right. Listen to divergent advice, but make sure you are listening to the correct advice and correct your mistakes and do it right when you meet a very new day. This is by way of motivation to you and I believe and hope that it will carry you on to entirety of the day or the entire day. I'm going to take a breather. When I am back, yes, when I am back, we are going to discuss something important, very, very important. Tell a friend that we are live on all social media platforms, on KFM TVGH. We are also very live on traditional media on CP17 or CP17 on the Crystal platform on your television, if it is digital or satellite, all right? But also, I want you to be part of this program, and so get this number down. Get this number down so that you can send in your WhatsApp messages, and when the phone lines are open, please, you call in to share your views with us on this show. The show is The Dialogue. And now this number is 0246 23 9070. 0246 23 9070. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Fraba just sonio yanom. A shaya ain't use fuel. When so yansesa oil. ne wo hia ene ni key e hyen egu mechi nyina eye lip moto Giomi anase nami eyemu bia won sabeka wo KFM Limited e wo Ghana ha lip moto abefo cancer be yanom emwede ne sanso efe wa hwe interiors here ka here me timusisi ya ne ye friend lip moto e wo 3 modes of driving obetimi a switch so open temo a obe the sports mode so person will save you battery obetimi use economy mode na so won pentem na wo pe normal riding so a your friend a standard wo charge your battery within 6 hours a ebetumi di wakokomasi aba me kire 310 kilometers enti woni how obetumi so the 3 hours fast charger a charge na na you full bonama na wakokomasi aba say no me yen try the aka no Giomi ne awo hia ne key make sure say key ne ben wa wo hwese na interior on tie na black and white papa so no FSN yo wa hwe screen tentin e bo ma hu car no battery aka na ma hu mileage nso e wo so we so de etu kwan 320 kilometers and sana was charge we bet me a charge in 6 hours fast charger 3 hours abefu efidie yenso we bet me a driving in 3 modes a standard sports and na say economy so we pentem to say me a yanom choose sports what say we bet me to kwan fi hakoko base ama wo battery ni bi so aka because a 320 kilometers we charge in 6 hours we bet me your full battery now when you fast charge and so 3 hours per you're set making sure so okay ni kan ho onye sa wakem ubi e do na start Chili Giomi black and white makoma swat man san kawo de yen check de aka no nye no abefo de ni mu ba ko ni o de awuhia no wuki making sure so key ni ben onye sa wakem wheel no efe leather na ewo mu no so dance eye gray ni yo ma hodo mienu de ni hakakra ene de mu odu esanso was screens mienu wey e ma information a won wo car ne ho nyina ase besia bonum papa your friend entertainment ya wo hia no ane e bes wo betumi so driving in 3 modes just like the others standard and ase sports so wo pentema car we so e betumi etu kwan akokomase aba 330 kilometers ichema udu kra betumi jesi so no wabonyum kakra ansa na edu wo charge in 6 hours no so betumi so charge no 3 hours if no fast charge eyinu mu nyina KFM Limited ene de abetwa so freying ne me sanka wo de ententem so open installment a high purchase and twentwen wo na ase we've got you solid yanume onsa betumi aka fidie mu bia e wo KFM Limited onsa beka fidie no na wetua no nkakra we unya no bebia agi KFM Limited fraying ever sort out
yo amanfo ene yemama kwaba e de ba KFM musical shop de to so mienu no wo free Kumasi Melcom dadam ho no sane e de ba adum no saa bre no udu Sambra Junction Sambra Hotel nkwanta no so pe na shop no ene Sambra Hotel ene di nhwa animu wudi free Sambra Hotel a wo sane e de ko na nka na Hagan ho no ane oho ana KFM musical shop de to so mienu ya bie no foforo na de e kan ne se emfidie papa etimiche de wode ya sorry de wode goro agoro ahodo duma de bia wode obehia eye mfidie mechira musical instrument bia no eye KFM ento wo se Ghana muntie Asanteman muntie eye KFM musical shop ana sabre ya bie no foforo mu no chan e wo Prempeh the second street we free all Melcom down na wo sane ede ko adum no ane udu Sambra Hotel nkwanta so na wa dane onsani fa so oho ana KFM musical shop yi ewo yane Sambra Hotel ana ehwe animo ya twa abrebia
gina mese se meya proud ana se meye dwa me free Kumasi adum KFM instrument store obi bisa sa se bomen fu de wo to ma woni sida wo de niam papa ejina wonim na wo to say yes. Oh, Tonyo, Bibia Kawakoma. Being every KFM instrument store, Kumasi Adum. So, me know, now me Tonyo, mammy, to be a home cafe and feed Papa and Nim Namikino. What about you call my do say Kana, Jananka, Kanau, and some way.
To the program, and this is the dialogue, and I want you to call a friend, catch on Professor show no our KFM TV no eguso ye jumana anope un say missioner to kakra nti na me say uko baby a fa umbrella na say raincoat na dey share o bag mo but say na make kind no o pese o ka program no ho a ye wo Facebook ye wo YouTube we know, and I say we are on KFM TV, GH, KFM TV, GH, Facebook, and then YouTube. But on traditional media, you have Crystal platform, so CP17 and CP17. Now, I say, we send you a message to the programmer 0246 23 9070 0246 23 9070 and on say fuel either so cost kakra last week di hu komo kakra to see our diesel legend as 17 and as 17.10 cedis per liter na petrol so gina 13.30 13 cedis 30 pesos per liter na ebanisano yen president John Dramani Mahama called for a cabinet meeting, yes, or for a cabinet meeting. Say yanko bobo wana say yanko dwi hu yanko deliberate senia ye kwan ye be fa so ye be ma ye be boama either say petrol and as a diesel petroleum product no en cost bebre and as be stable and as be kofon kakra na sebi timemufo hu ahan omo yeah enti omo call cabinet meeting I think last Saturday and there are some measures he actually the president has actually directed, all right, the finance minister and the minister for finance, all right, that is finance minister and the minister for energy, yes, minister for energy John Jinapo, and then the finance minister to force him to just to cushion Ghanaians so that we won't feel the heat too much. Why? Because of the fight or the war going on, which there is a ceasefire though. There is a 2-week ceasefire though. We don't know what will happen. After the 2 weeks, we don't know if the arbitration will succeed or they will continue with the fight or with the war. But still, the prices of petroleum products are still up there, high up there. And so there are some measures that the Minister for Communications at the Governance or Minister for Government Communication, Felix Kwachi Ofosu, or Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofosu, actually came out 3 days ago, yes, to state that the measures are that some fuel tax or taxes on fuel will be cut, or fuel tax will be cut, or some taxes on fuel will be removed. Some taxes on fuel or some taxes on petroleum products will be removed. Now, if that is done, it means, like I said, some taxes on fuel will be removed. That is one of the measures that will be looked at by the government, finance minister and the energy minister, so to cushion us so we won't feel the heat too much. All right. But if such taxes are taken or removed from the fuel or petroleum products, repercussions are what we are going to look at. And repercussions, one of the repercussions is that a government could lose nearly over 500 million cedis or Ghana cedis per month if such taxes, the 1 cedi energy levy on the petrol products or petroleum products, if it is taken off, including other taxes, right? What the government or the country is going to lose in terms of revenue or in terms of monies in our coffers for us to do projects is 500 million Ghana cedis a month. And that aside, the other measure is that about 100 new Metromas buses which have been imported into the country. Remember, we are told that the government is going to import about 300 new Metromas buses, but the first batch of such buses are already in, and the Minister for Government Communication, Honorable Felix Kwakye-Fosu, reiterated that government is looking at, not even looking at, government has planned deploying all the 100 new Metromas buses onto our roads, so that during peak hours or during the rush hours, indigents or travelers or workers can get vehicle to board into their various homes or into their workplaces at a very low cost, all right, lower than what the private buses or private entities charge. Now, that aside, the other measure is that all senior government officials and appointees to adhere to the ban on fuel allowances and allocations. Remember, most of the appointees, right, go for fuel coupons, meaning they don't buy fuel from their own coffers. The government buys fuel for them, giving them fuel coupons so that they can purchase freely or get petrol freely, or go to a particular location and get fuel freely. But government has actually banned that initiative so that government officials and appointees will purchase their own. Wherever they want to go, you have to use your own money to purchase your own fuel for your travel. But government has reiterated that all senior government officials or appointees to adhere to this measure strictly. And I think if all these are strictly adhered to, I believe that it will mitigate the hardship and also control fuel, the rise or the rise on petroleum or products, so that at least drivers or tractor drivers or taxi drivers, Uber drivers may not increase their fares on our roads. But there is a video of Minister for Government Communication, Honorable Felix Kwakye-Fosu. I want us to take a listen to that now. We'll be back. All right, so let's listen to that video.
The finance and energy ministers should take immediate steps to reduce the price of fuel through the removal of some taxes and margins on fuel, effective the next pricing window, which is about a week from today. And this is supposed to be done as soon as possible. Second, the transport minister has also been instructed to ensure the expedited deployment of newly acquired Metromas buses. You recall that over the weekend I announced the arrival of 100 Metromas buses. Another batch of 100 buses are expected in August, and then the last batch of 100 are expected in November to make up 300. But currently we have 100 available, and the transport minister has been instructed by cabinet to ensure expedited deployment of these buses in high traffic corridors to ensure that it alleviates any difficulties that may have arisen out of the recent fuel price increases. The transport minister has also been charged with ensuring that these Metromas buses in addition to the existing ones, charge or maintain transport fares which are lower than what private sector operators charge. And this is to ensure that Ghanaians are cushioned, especially when we reach peak periods at the rush hour. In addition to this, the President took the opportunity at the cabinet meeting to remind all ministers and senior government officials and appointees to adhere strictly to his ban on fuel allowances and the allocation of fuel. And this applies to all ministers and senior government officials. Let me indicate that the reduction or removal of some taxes and margins, as I've indicated, which should lead to a reduction in fuel prices, effective the next pricing window, is supposed to last for an initial period of 4 weeks from the next pricing window. After the 4 weeks, the situation will be reviewed, and as and when it is deemed necessary, appropriate actions will be taken. So these are the major decisions taken at today's emergency cabinet session on fuel price. If there are any questions that you have, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Communications, Honorable Felix Kwachi Fosu, on the measures that are initiated by government to cushion Ghanaians and to maybe making sure that the increase on petroleum products does not actually escalate. Where it is, if we are able to stabilize it, or maybe even are able to reduce it further downstairs, I think it will help all Ghanaians. But he says something that the initiative, these measures will only last for 4 weeks. That is 1 month. 4 weeks, 1 month. That is 1 month. And after that, it will be reviewed. Yes, it will be reviewed whether or not the levies or the fuel levies or taxes that may be removed or will be put back to its position, or will be once again be taken from prospective drivers who go on at the pumps to purchase fuel. So you've heard the measures that will be put in place. I'm sure tomorrow next, that is Thursday, the second window on fuel products will be what's open, and I'm very sure that it will take effect from maybe Thursday. Let's see what happens. But that aside, there is an MP in Parliament, right? And he is a member of Parliament for the good people of Gushegu. Yes, Gushegu in the Northern Region. And he is Honorable Alhassan Tampoli. Honorable Alhassan Tampoli has been talking. Yes, he's been saying something about the LGBTQ plus why government is actually delaying. And he says so many things that needs to be either addressed or spoken to. Yes, because last week we actually heard the government itself defending its position, and we also had minorities' position on the LGBTQ. Right? Remember, this LGBTQ plus bill was passed somewhere February 2024, but was never assented to by the then President, Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. But well, the law is that, I said it last week, that if a bill goes to Parliament and has gone through all the readings, the considerations, the approvals, and passed, if it is passed and that government or that Parliament does not make sure that the bill is passed into law, and then a new Parliament is formed or a new government comes, that bill becomes no bill at all. Meaning the process of presenting that bill will have to start again. The process of reading that bill will have to continue. The process of considering the bill will have to continue. The process of approving the bill will have to happen. And then the process of assenting to it by the executive would have to take place. So minority is saying this, government is also saying this, and even to the extent that government said that it is not, the LGBTQ plus bill is not a priority for them. And the minority are also saying that, hey, so what are you prioritizing aside other initiatives that you want to undertake? Yes, that is what is going on. But the Honorable Hassan Tampuli, the MP for the good people of Gushegu, had something to say. I want us to pay critical attention to what he said on a particular network. Let's listen to that now.
Sector operators charge, and this is to ensure that Ghanaians are cushioned fallouts. So the first directive that Cabinet has issued is that the finance and energy ministers should take immediate steps to reduce the price of fuel through the removal of some taxes and margins on fuel, effective the next pricing window, which is about a week from today. And this is supposed to be done as soon as possible. Second, the transport minister has also been instructed to ensure the expedited deployment of newly acquired Metro Mass buses. You recall that over the weekend I announced the arrival of 100 Metro Mass buses. Another batch of 100 buses are expected in August, and then the last batch of 100 are expected in November to make up 300, but currently we have 100 available.
The Minister for Government Communications, Honorable Phyllis Kwachi Fosu, there is a bit of, we will take that video again, what Honorable Tampuli Hassan actually said about the LGBTQ and what he thinks government is actually doing, the current government is actually doing. Remember, it's an MP for the good people of Gushegu in the Northern region. If that video is ready, please let's take a look now.
When we reach peak periods at the rush hour. In addition to this, the president took the opportunity at the cabinet meeting to remind all ministers and senior government officials and appointees.
Sometime in January, when the clergy called on him last year, that it's a private member's bill, then he wants to make it a public bill. That has not taken place until we had to reintroduce it as a private member's bill. So the government, the president have not been sincere with the Ghanaian people. They've not been sincere with the Ghanaian people. We haven't showed that we stand by our words. All the things that we said, Ghanaians are waiting for us. See, the next meeting of parliament, we have to see it listed as one of the bills that will be passed. And the president has over 2/3 majority in parliament. They have passed almost 80% of bills that were passed since this parliament came into being, this ninth parliament, under certificate of urgency. Why not pass this one through certificate of urgency?
It's not a priority.
It's not. How can you say it's not a priority? Or is it that the president is doing this because he's no longer going to contest, so he doesn't care what fortune it befalls on NDC? So what NDC, will lose credibility in the next election. But either way, this bill has to be passed. Because we have told the Ghanaian people that we cherish our family values, and we believe that this practice is not in keeping with our customs, traditions, and the various customary areas in this country frown on this thing.
Hassan Tampuli, Member of Parliament for the good people of Gushegu. But one may ask, he's an MPP, a Member of Parliament, Yesterday, somebody was asking me, he's saying all this. Was he not in power in the S-Wiles administration, that is Excellency Akufo-Addo's administration? Yes, he was. And was still then the MP for the people of, and remember, the people of Gushegu. And remember, he's also ranking member on Parliament's Legal Affairs Committee. Yes, he's ranking member on Parliament's Legal Affairs Committee. Yes, so that is what he got to say, and we are here to deliberate over all this because we are all here for the good of the country. If a man will marry a man, it is up to us, because I think that these are not part of our culture. Yes, none of our cultural aspect of our cultural allows this. Traditionalists do not allow this. Muslims do not allow this. Christians as well do not allow this. So if a man will marry a man, a woman will marry a woman, and somebody would want to be married to a plant, a tree, think of it. Somebody, a human being, would want to be married to an animal, right? And a human being would want to be changed into an animal. A man would want to be changed into a female or a male. A male would want to be changed into a woman, transgender. I think, well, need not say more, but I have here with me our resource persons. But before I introduce them, I once again admonish humbly that because you are an integral part of this show, please on Facebook, YouTube, send your comments. KFM TVGH will be kind enough to read your messages wherever you are watching us from. And when we get to a point where we have to open the phone lines, we'll open the phone lines for you to phone in, call us in, and tell us what you think about what we are discussing or any other thing that may be bothering you as a citizen of the country. And then also this number is what you send your WhatsApp message and your SMS message on. That is 0246 23 9070. 0246 23 9070. But pathetic. Yesterday I saw in the news a pastor, an accomplice, wanting to bury a live baby, a 5-year-old live baby. The baby is alive. A live baby. Ask yourself, why is a pastor and an accomplice, right, bury not a dead, even if the baby is dead, at least small coffin be or casket be, but and the baby is live. The baby was not dead, not even weak. The baby was breathing. If not for a good Samaritan, that baby for now might be in the grave there, suffering and die eventually. So you know something, we are all Christians, but I always say, look at your pastor well, the so-called prophet, the so-called pastor, the reverend, the whatever they call themselves, evangelists, whatever they call, apostle general, whatever the names are. Last time I went to a pastor, I knew him to be an apostle. After 2 years, I went to him. I called him apostle. He said, "My name is not apostle anymore. I am bishop." So what does this name do to you? These names, general, bishop, whatever bishop. You can even call yourself pope. But listen, if you are a congregant of a church, look and watch your pastor well. They are not what you think they are. They are just there to amass wealth from you, extort from you. Sow a seed. What is the seed for? Look, let's put that aside. But I have here Domon Emmanuel Chambers. I like this name so much. He's communication member on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. Boss, Abomoko there.
I don't really understand the language, but
I'm
very fine.
Really? Then I think I'm better than you. I'm better than you on this.
Oh, you're also learning.
Yeah. Not learning, but not too fluent like I do others.
I'm actually on it.
Yeah. You are looking splashy and flashy this morning.
Many thanks.
Right. How is your place?
Things are in order. Just that we are going through some kind of, 4 increments and all those things. So it hasn't been easy. If you have to pick a car, if you don't have your own car, you have to pick a car from one station to another. You will feel that guys out there.
Yeah. It's true. Especially what these mates and drivers are doing. Mates and drivers are doing, right?
Well,
they say they'll be going to, they are en route to Insawam. right?
That's what they said.
That's what they are doing. But they will do the peace, right? They'll pretend they are not going to Insaum, right? So they will go to Amasama, even Barrier. I'm going to Barrier. You have to pay for Barrier. They get to Barrier, they are going to Pokwasi, you have to pay for Pokwasi. They get to Pokwasi, they are going to Sapema, you have to pay for Sapema. So peace, and before you realize, a journey that should have been just 10 cities or 9 cities,
You are paying double.
you are paying 20 cities plus. Do you understand?
What
So
happened to me this morning?
that is what is happening. And I don't know what authority are doing about this. This is extortion. It is not fair enough. It is not fair for us. Well, but your constituency, once again, what is happening? Anything good for us?
So far, a lot of things are happening in that
Yeah.
constituency. I think last Saturday we have some engagement with Honorable Jerry Ahmed,
Yeah.
where one of our very own sister, who is aspiring to be the youth organizer,
Yeah.
she has organized a very nice exercise that is. All of us came on board with the MP. We actually, in fact, we really had fun.
Okay.
And most of the MPP guys came on board. And so I want to at least use this platform to thank her so much. We call her Ubapa. We are part of the team. And anybody within Wager constituency must do well to rally behind this lady. I think she has the potentials to lead all of us. And she has that capacity to bring MPP family in everyone on board to make sure that we win 2028
Okay,
election.
she's vying for constituency
Youth organizer.
a female.
A female.
Whoa, this is the first time I'm hearing this.
Okay.
Okay. I've seen a deputy youth organizer in the other party who was a female, right? Yes, fine. She's doing well. You should keep it up. And the youth, you heard him. The youth are there to support you. So wherever you are, just listen and forge on. Don't fear anyone. Yes. So, my brother, today we are looking at still the fuel issue and what government intends to do with the measures he's putting in place so that at least Ghanaians will be cushioned, right? Even though there's a ceasefire, 2 weeks ceasefire, we don't know what will come. And where fuel has increased to, I think it is like pulling the hair from your nostril when you want to go and buy fuel. Very painful. So government is putting up measures, and these measures are first of all to cut some taxes or remove some taxes on petroleum products. That is one. And also to supply or deploy 100 new metro buses on our roads. All right. And the last one being that all senior government officials should avoid taking fuel allowances, fuel coupons, and allocations. What would be your take on this?
All right, thank you so much. First of all, I want to begin with the fuel coupons or allowances. You see, let's be honest with ourselves. This country, if we must grow, we must make sure that we get an honest leadership in this country. You see, when we talk about the fuel coupons, it's a nice idea, it's a nice intervention by the government, saying that the government officials should not, engage or take fuel coupons. Now, the fact is this, let's be clear. As for the fuel coupons, it is just an announcement. Everybody should know this. Look, when you are elected or when you are appointed into an office, let's say an official office. Now, what you are supposed to do is that you are supposed to use an official car. And in using the official car, nobody comes to you to give you coupons daily. No, that's not what they do. The car, when you are using it for, official functions, the car is supposed to be forward. So take a minister of energy. If he's going for any official functions, the car will be forward. Whatever the expenses and all that is going to be forward, is going to be catered for. Now, if you look at the 2026 budget, government officials foiling and all those things has been captured. I can't remember the page, but I tell you that it has been captured. So how do you budget for something that you are cancelling, something that you are going to debunk? So for crying out loud, how for the issue of the coupons?
So there's a budget to that.
There is a budget to that. If you go through the budget, there is a budget to that. I have no reason to lie.
Government is actually admonishing that none of the appointees, senior officers should not use, or ministers shouldn't use go for fuel coupons.
That is what
But it's already captured.
and it's captured in the budget. So this attitude is just, like I always say, it's just to create some impression to the ordinary Ghanaian that the government is doing well and all that. But that notwithstanding, are you aware all of them are using official cars? And are you aware that by our laws, if you are running an errands for a company, in this case, an official function for the government is supposed to take care of that. So who are they deceiving? Who are they deceiving? So for the coupons and all that, I am saying that, look, government officials are still using government cars or vehicles.
And they are fueled.
They are fueled. That is just the bottom line of it. That one, what they said is just an announcement to create, some kind of, impression in the minds of the ordinary Ghanaians that, the government is acting. To talk about it, how much would that even go a long way to help the ordinary Ghanaian, what we're going through? How much is it? Cutting away, if you go and take the Ministry of Energy, it is only the minister there that is supposed, per the announcement they give, the ban. He's the only person that is banned from using the coupons. The rest of the people you find there are technical people, if you agree with me.
So all senior government officials, they are not allowed to take
the
but
coupons. Other ones are allowed. All the technical people there, they are allowed.
Really?
That is what, look, if you read around
it. Okay. I've seen that.
And that is it. So when you go to
chief directors and the technocrats do take their coupons.
In fact, sometimes some of them, the CEOs, they budget it by themselves. They even, something like Go Board, he has to budget for himself. So are you not telling me, do you know that a CEO is even making money more than a minister? Let's put that on record. And so this idea and creating this kind of impressions in the ordinary Ghanaian is not going a long way to help us. If the government has some kind of suitable measures to control this, these fuel prices, high fuel prices and all that, I think they should give us better announcements and not on these coupons, ban and all that.
Who do you think should see to it? Because Felix Fosu will say it, and where he is at the Flagstaff House, I don't think he'll be going around making sure that this is adhered to. Who do you think should see to these?
If we want to follow this minister in charge of government communication, he will mislead us most. I'm telling you the truth. When we come to the LGBTQ, I will state things clearly there. You see, all of us as a country, that is why I believe that independent bodies are very necessary in this country. People that are supposed to remain neutral, irrespective of your political clarification, to ensure that things go on well in this country, is missing. Everyone is busy doing one or two things at his corner. It seems the worries of ordinary Ghanaians doesn't sound so much to these independent bodies. Now, I, an ordinary person here, cannot move around with the CEOs to ensure that they don't get their vehicle fueled by the state.
The state. Yeah.
And so the same government that have given that announcement should look at some measures, some possible ways to control it. So if you have made an announcement and knowing very well that we are human, in fact we are Africans, stealing is part of us, whether we like it or not. Nobody trusts our politicians, and especially in Ghana.
How do you mean?
No, me as I
How do you mean stealing is part of us?
Stealing is part of us because let this new administration leave. When they leave office, when MPP comes, you will see that they will be running after some politicians. Today we have the NDC government officials running after the MPP government officials. What have they done? They have extorted, they've embezzled the state money, they have stolen money and all that. Right, so if you take 100% of the politicians, I can tell you on clear notes that only 3% of them will be trusted. And as I sit, I don't even know a trusted one, except Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I know. Of course.
How come he is the only one you can put your trust on?
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I believe that looking at the current situation we have in this country and the way
is it because he's your flag bearer and so you want to position him well?
Not at all. I was one of the guys who advocated so much against Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the just ended primaries, the NPP flag bearership. I want to tell you that I believe that looking at the situation running after Wontumi and Co, if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has stolen something or has embezzled the state's money, it would have been out by now and he'll be running after. But since that is not done, I can say that he's one of the politicians that has been very honest. I'm not saying he's the only person.
Don't you think someone will say, we wait to see? Whereas now that we are fighting to deport or maybe make sure that former finance minister comes back to the country to answer to some questions.
Well, as for the issue of the Kenoforiata, I really don't want to touch so much on it because it has been an issue we've been discussing all the time. And that I want, see, I'm one of the guys that, per my training, issues pertaining to legality, I don't run into it. I sit back to allow the law to take its due course. Then I don't have comments to run after it. Now, we also hear we heard the government has announced
for tax
to suspend or review some taxes.
Some taxes will be removed.
Very well. I think I want to say this. Look, if you go out here to circle, you will see that people are really suffering. Look, this idea that people are enjoying the country is not true. You and I, let's be honest to ourselves. You know why? Increment in fuel prices affects everything in this country. It affects everything in this country. What happened is that we are told that we have 70% of our natural gas, and that 70% of our natural gas we have in this country. You know that some of the industry will have to even depend on crude oil and petrol to survive or to power their plants. You agree with me? Now, this crude oil and petrol, when there's increment in it, it affects the industries, it affects the companies. The companies will not like to bear the cost alone. What they will do is that they would have to let the consumer or consumers share some. They push that kind of increment, that kind of effectiveness to the consumers, and that is what is affecting us in the country. And so it's a nice idea, it's a nice intervention the government is bringing on board to make sure they scrap or review some taxes. But as it stands, it's just an announcement. You and I don't even know how much they're reducing. They have not told us specifically which tax will be reduced, which one will be reviewed.
The 1 cedi levy or other
the 1 cedi levy and other.
Estimate has it that if should these taxes be removed from petroleum products, the country is going to lose about 500 million cedis per month. Is it now going to have negative effects on our coffers?
Not at all. I believe that, you see, the primary introduction of the Doomsday levy, that's the D levy, whatever you like, was to buy fuel to power our plants. That was the primary reason. If you listen to the energy minister today,
to keep our lights on.
To keep our lights on. Today, that has been relegated. That idea, they have not moved away from it, but not telling us that the purpose of the D levy was to, pay energy sector debt. And you all know that when it comes to energy sector debt, it's a legacy problem we all face in this country. When MPP took power in 2017, we have to make some procurement to pay the energy sector debt. You understand? The more you pay, the more it is increased. So even without the energy sector, without the D levy, the government can still keep our lights on. The government can still, can still manage the economy. I understand that we have about 12 taxes on petroleum products, 12 of them. So if we get the Doomsday levy out, whether we are going to lose 500 million or whatever, it can still prevent us from reaching our goals if the government will actually help us.
Okay. I'll come back to you and ask you about 100 new Metro Mass buses that will be deployed on our routes very soon. But you are watching The Dialogue here, and this is on KFM TV. We are also live on Facebook, KFM TV GH, as well as YouTube. But you have to send your comments humbly. Have to send your comments on 0246 23 9040. 0246 23 9040. That is the line that you can send your comment on via SMS or via WhatsApp. Pretty soon the phone lines will be open and you call in to share your views with us. Now, new 300 new Metro Mass buses have been negotiated for, right? But 100 new buses have been imported into the country, waiting to be deployed onto our routes. That is also a measure to reduce this traffic and also help people who find themselves wandering looking for cars in the morning. What do you say to that?
For me, I believe that if you look at my ways of communicating, I always believe that wherever there's a need for us to commend, wherever there's a need for us to praise, we have to.
Oh, okay.
That is a nice initiative. You remember that way back during the days of Kufuor, he equally procured about 600 metro buses to support our transport system in the country. You see, when this government, the NDC government took over, the second coming of John Dramani Mahama, transport system has been a serious issues we have. Recently, we saw that there's that kind of controversies with, between the VIP company and that of the GPRTU, where the VIP company was increasing, their fare, and GPRTU was also saying that if they increase, they would also try to increase.
Yeah.
When the government even told them that they should hold on, whatever it is, they will work around the clock to reach out to them. So I believe that the ministry, that transport ministry, is really not doing their best in that aspect. They are not doing their best to help the ordinary Ghanaians when it comes to transport system. I've always said that Honorable Nimpi and Honorable Dorcas, they are very relaxed. They are very, very relaxed.
Okay.
And so measures taken in place to bring in or procure some buses to assist our transport system in the country. I think it will be it will go a long way to help us. But would 100 be enough? That should be the question.
That is, it's supposed to be 300.
It's supposed to be 300, but now we are talking about 100 because the other ones
They are coming in batches.
They are coming in batches, so we can't talk about the other remaining ones. But even with the 300, would they be enough? Where are they going to be stationed? Only in Accra.
I understand peak areas where the rush hour is more and traffic is more.
So if we are going to talk about the rush hours, are we going to talk about only Accra? Look, I tell you, some other places like Tamale, I have been in Tamale.
Oh, okay.
Go there in the evening and see the way people are stranded. Yellow has not
struggling for cars.
Hey, struggling for cars, and
Wow.
Yellow will pick you and charge you however they like. Go to Kumasi, people are still.
So it is going on there too.
It's going on. Every part of the maybe this Kumasi, Accra, these big cities,
Yeah.
things are going on. You see, because because the government is based in Accra, we feel that it is only in Accra people are suffering or people are going through transport system. I tell you, people are going through transport system somewhere, and in fact, they go through stress more than Accra. You understand? So they should, yes, it's a nice initiative of deploying some 100 buses to help in Accra, but I think they should also focus on some other areas like Kumasi, Tamale, and all that.
Takrady is also there.
It's also so many of them. That's why I said so many of them. Yes. So we need to shift our attentions from, just looking at where we are and the problems we are looking at the area to other places. For all you know, others are suffering more than where you are stationed and where you are actually viewing the problem. Yes.
Okay. So we actually invited a member of the NDC's communication, that is Honorable Daniel Kwabena Ampong. I hear he is on the way coming. We pray he gets here for us to have a balanced conversation over here. And so even though he's not here, our man is here to help. But you're also part of it. Okay, so join us on 0246 239070, 0246 239070. That is your the number that you can send your WhatsApp comments or messages and SMS messages. I'll be kind enough to read all to the entire world to hear. Now, LGBTQ, what do you have to say? This thing, I said earlier that it was a bill actually passed somewhere February 2024, but never saw the light of day because it never was assented to because of some few, maybe what I say, skirmishes here and there. But well, the blame game is on. You know what the two parties do. As for the other smaller parties, I don't want to talk about them. I don't even hear from them. I'll mention them. CPP, where are you? You are disappointing Kwame Nkrumah in his grave. You don't even see whatever it is. PNC is also there, and then other factions. What are we doing? NDP, where are they? But it is only solely NDC, NPP, and these two parties. Charlie, we have to think twice as Ghanaians because the blame game, right? A bill went through the process in Parliament. The minority or majority then couldn't pass it. They passed it, but couldn't assent to it by the executive. Now, a new government has come, And so therefore, that bill would have to be done away with and restarted, reinitiated. You understand? The process, I think, has begun. That is reintroducing the bill into Parliament. But minority is blaming majority not wanting to sign the bill. And majority now is also saying it is not a priority, their priority. And the member of the member of Parliament for the people of Gushegu, that is Hassan Tampuli, has something to say about this, and I want you to listen, and I want my brother sitting by me to also listen before he has his bite on that. Let's listen to the video once again.
Sometime in January, when the clergy called on him last year, that it's a private member's bill, and he wants to make it a public bill. That has not taken place until we had to reintroduce it as a private member's bill. So the government, the president, have not been sincere with the Ghanaian people. They're not being sincere with the Ghanaian people. We haven't showed that we stand by our words. All the things that we said, Ghanaians are waiting for us. See, the next meeting of Parliament, we have to see it listed as one of the bills that will be passed. And the president has over 2/3 majority in Parliament. They have passed almost 80% of bills that were passed since this Parliament came into being, this ninth Parliament, under certificate of urgency. Why not pass this one through certificate of urgency?
It's not a priority.
It's not. How can you say it's not a priority? Or is it that the president is doing this because he's no longer going to contest, so he doesn't care what fortune it befalls on NDC? So what NDC, will lose credibility in the next election. But either way, this bill has to be passed. Because we have told the Ghanaian people that we cherish our family values, and we believe that this practice is not in keeping with our customs, traditions, and the various customary areas in this country. Frown on this thing.
Right, welcome back, and you are still watching the dialogue here on KFM TV. So you heard the Honorable Tampuli, what he had to say about the bill. It should be passed immediately, but you should also not forget that he's in Parliament, and you should know that the bill has to go through the process again: reading, consideration, approval, and passing, and then to the executive for assenting. Now, my brother, what do you have to say?
Well, first of all, let me clear this impression that is in the public domain, that the bill was passed and Nana Edudankwa Akufo-Addo, the president, then refused to assent to the bill. Indeed, the bill was passed. But what happened is that we had an interlocutory injunction by some individuals in this country. And that the president then said, until the Supreme Court of Ghana ruled on its constitutionality, he cannot assent to the bill. You understand? That was the reason the former president Nana-Addo did not sign the bill, and nothing else. Now, to come to the substantive issue.
Now, I want to take that again. My viewers want to listen to that again. Why he didn't sign?
I said the bill was passed indeed.
Yeah, it was passed.
But what happened is that there was an interlocutory injunction through the Supreme Court. Some individuals filed an interlocutory injunction on the bill through the Supreme Court. And the president said, until the Supreme Court of Ghana ruled on its constitutionality, he cannot go ahead to sign the bill. You understand? It isn't that the president reluctantly failed to sign the bill. No, that was, it's an issue of legality. And he said until the bill is dismissed from a Supreme Court, he can't go ahead to sign it. And you know, the bill was dismissed by the Supreme Court in somewhere December 2024. Yeah. You understand? So I don't think there's something, I mean, we don't have to hold the former president Nana-Addo accountable for not signing the bill. If NDC have something new, let's discuss it. And for the president, the former president Nana-Addo, let's allow him to, sit his comfort zone. You see?
Okay, retire, enjoy in retirement, right?
Exactly. You see, the double stand by the president And the statement...
The double standard by which president?
The double standard by this John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, the President of Ghana today, on the issue of LGBTQ.
You hold your thought for me, and we'll be back in a jiffy. Stay tuned.
Are you still driving fuel cars in this modern era? The future of driving is here. KFM Limited, lead distributors of electronic vehicles, have made transportation easy and efficient. Behind me are 3 of their beautiful new brands: Leap Moto, Giomi, and Nami. Come with me. Let's explore the fine details. Leap Moto, let me tell you a bit about its interior. Like you can see, the interior is heavenly, right? There's whole wheel and everything in here is in shades of gray. So we have light and dark gray, very classic. We have 2 screens to your display. This very screen gives you everything about the infotainment. We have its mileage, how far it can take you. On your journey with this electric car, you can switch it into just 3 comfortable modes. It's either the standard for a regular drive, the sports mode for a fast mode, or the economy to manage your battery strength. If you charge it in about 6 hours, it should take you 310 kilometers. Yes, you can go to Kumasi and back. I get that. Leap Moto, your option, your choice if you're a new driver like myself. Let's try the other. Now to my favorite. It's called Geely Giomi. Come with me, let's toy in there. All you need is this keyless key. You just make sure it's handy and around. And as the moment you open the car, it starts on its own. Like the interior speaks for itself. Glorious black and white. In its all glory, beautiful wheel, and you have a very lengthy screen. Gives you same 3 modes, standard, economy, and sports for a high or fast rider like myself. Now to my very final brand I'd like to introduce you to. It's called Nami, Sky Blue Nami. Come with me, let me tell you a bit more about it. Nami, like all the other electronic cars, is beautiful. Its interior is a glamorous 2 shades of gray, light gray and darker gray. With 2 beautiful screens, this one gives you information and entertainment. This gives you the battery strength. Nami can travel 330 kilometers. It can go to Kumasi and back. If you charge it for 6 hours, you're good to go. You can also fast charge it for 3 hours. Beautiful wheel and everything you need. Nami, my preference everywhere. Do you desire an electronic vehicle in Ghana? We have various payment options, including hire purchase. Contact KFM Limited with the numbers below the screen. We have you sorted.
All right, so welcome back to the program, and this is the dialogue on KFM TV. You have to join the program on 0246239070, 0246239070. Now, by the grace of God, we have here Honorable Daniel Kwabena Ampon. He's communications team member on the ticket of NDC. Honorable, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very fine.
It's been a while.
Yeah, hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Thank
Well, now you are here, but I want you to end your thought for me. The government, the double standard of the government. That is where you ended. So let's hear that.
Okay, so I was saying, if you look at the issues around the LGBTQ, the double standard by the John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, it's for political convenience. That's one thing I believe, because you see, what they are trying to do, what the NDC government is trying to do now is to please the international community and please the ordinary Ghanaians. That's how come today you hear John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, saying that LGBTQ plus is not our priority. His focus is on the basic needs of the ordinary Ghanaians. As if in 2024, then when he was advocating so much for the president then to sign the bill, it was not our priority. As if when he was busy shouting, campaigning, using it for campaign, the president then was not also focused on our basic needs. You see, let's move away from this posture of wanting to get votes from people, and after getting the votes, we now begin to showcase some kind of indirect or opposite attitude. We all know that LGBTQ plus is against our moral principles and that of our cultural values. Nobody would accept or nobody will allow the practice of LGBT in this country. So if the president would sign, he should directly encourage the leader of government business to pass it under the certificate of agency so that he can assent to it and will get it off. But the fears of it is that they know when they sign it, these loans, grants, and these diplomat engagements would be tough for them. They will not get money from the international market. So that is why they are failing to sign the bill. Nothing. Absolutely.
He's already lost what is it? An honorary degree.
And to come to that.
Honorary award though.
No, you see,
to that.
I want to state and use this platform to say that sometimes we need to be very honest to ourselves. I have not seen any letter from the Lincoln University to confirm that we didn't honor the president's doctrine because of the LGBT. It was rather the embassy that said it. There's no video from the university. There's no official letter from the university. Unless otherwise someone has that letter proving to us that this is the letter, then we can believe it.
I remember the president stood on a platform and spoke about it.
That is the president. Yes. That is the president. That is the president.
He can't lie.
The president. Oh. Look, let's be honest. He spoke about it, not speaking about it. A Lincoln University for that matter, a standard university for that matter, if they are taking their stake on this thing, there should be an official communication. They should have a letter. Now, if the letter is published, we can all say that, yes, it is indeed true. By you speaking about it, it's just it's from their own imagination. For me, I believe it. Other than that, if the Lincoln University want to decline the president on such a very great title based on the reason that he doesn't pay attention to the LGBTQ plus, they should have written officially. There should be a letter to the embassy. So no comments won't move some of us. We've seen things by politicians in this country. Okay. We all know, even him. He doesn't trust politicians, his own people, you, myself, and ordinary Ghanaians. That if he trusts this current NDC, I tell you where I sit, I don't trust them. So I don't.
And you trust yourselves, the MPP. You trust the MPP, and
I said here that
you don't trust the NDP.
Out of 100% of politicians, just 3 of them are trusted. For me, that has been my belief. I'm into politics, but I'm saying that most of the Ghanaians out there, when you talk to them, say, oh, me. Sometimes when you are campaigning, some people say, oh, me, I'm not going to vote because I don't trust politicians. Okay. I don't know if you have ever heard it. For me, I've been hearing it so many times, so I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Even when you go out to showcase yourself to the world that you are genuine, they will say you are not genuine.
Okay. So, Mr. Ampong, Honorable, the Honorable Tampoli has something to say about LGBTQ and what your party, leaders of the party have been saying, including our president, and what the minority are also saying. What would be your take on that?
You see, let's be very frank to ourselves and let's call a spade a spade. The entire MPP and my friend sitting here, he's spewing somebody who's a palpable falsehood to the entire Ghanaian community. He needs to apologize.
How?
Yes. One, I want him to understand that if, let's say, they deploy us to come and make comments and make Ghanaians to understand the real state of what is going on, we need to be Ghanaians, not a particular. Fine. When I just came in, I heard him saying double standard, calling the president a whole of top names.
What I want him to understand is, please,
during the tenure, let me. I was very quiet when you were lying to.
I wasn't lying.
I was very quiet. You let me.
When you use the
but
word
let me
lying, it's
say,
it's about my personality and not.
It is true.
Politicians, right?
Yes.
You told me I'm a citizen,
Yeah.
an electorate, right? You told me that my opponent is not signing LGBTQ bill, right? That was passed.
Okay.
When I come, or if I come, I'll sign. And after almost 1.5 years, you've come and you've not signed. I think this is a matter of concern. So if he says that double standard, I think
let me make it very clear this morning. During the Athena, it went through the processes, all the processes. And the document was before the sitting president.
I understand it wasn't transmitted.
It was.
Your president said it wasn't
Let me.
transmitted.
Let me.
You go ahead. Yeah.
Do you understand? And he never did it. Fine. Let's be very frank with these issues. When we came in power, according to whatever the structure is, that old bill cannot be appended with any signature.
Yeah.
So we need to go back
And start again.
and start it all over. And my friend sitting here is aware, because of their agenda, because of, I don't know what they want to see again. Ghanaians gave you guys 8 years to make sure all things will be equal. As we speak, look at the mess they created. Look at the things they left. And we are here this morning. Let's tell Ghanaians, yes, it is true. When Anado was in power, yes, he couldn't did it. And we came and we need to do it. Fine, the thing, we have to go back to parliament. A lot of processes before the president can append his signature on it. Tell Ghanaians this, and any discerning person will understand this
But
thing.
why would you say that it is not your priority? Coming from the executive himself.
One,
It's a matter of concern.
if the president says that, look, he has a lot of points to say that. Why am I saying it? Look, this MPP people left a total horrible mess in every sector, telling Ghanaians that they are the best managers of the economy. They are the best managers when it's come to ruling this country. Look, you and I can attest to this, the fact that everything is not well. Everything, if I say everything from A to Z in this country. Do you understand? So if the president goes to that tangent, that's it. So please, let's educate our people by letting them know the situation, the proper situation of the state of the nation. So if the president says that, I applaud him 100%, and I know the NDC government is going to deliver on every single promises that we made during our campaign. We are not leaving any stone unturned. So I want my brother to understand that and be clear when he's go to their meeting. The MPP is not ready to make Ghanaians see the good work of the NDC. But always when I go to set on TV, on radio, I tell my people that the NDC, we are focused and we are determined to make sure everything that we promise Ghanaians will come to light. So they shouldn't be in haste. Though it's barely 1 year, 3 months, and they are making noise. Ghanaians gave them 8 years. What exactly can we say when they were in power? They delivered. Even the worst thing that they told us was the economy prior to the election. How was the economy? What was the state when they left? Do you understand? Even Dr. Baumia, I think he said something about magic key, from the IGP, blah, blah, blah. Then a whole lot. They bluffed. At the end of the day, they left the economy. They were talking about digitalization. Even the Dr. Baumia we are talking about don't even have the certificate. The education, when it comes to digitalization. We all know he's an economist.
Okay.
He left the certificate because he knew he cannot even deliver. And we are here, we supposed to be, the MPP is supposed to apologize to Ghanaians and beg them for failing, that they will come back stronger That is the words they must be using.
Okay.
But not rather putting blame games.
Okay.
Talking about LGBT when they know that it needs to pass some processes before the president can amend his signature on it. So why play the ostrich game at this juncture? I don't know why my friend is in haste lying to Ghanaians. I was not following the thing because where I was coming from, yes, but what I just heard him about a minute or two. He can lie.
Yeah, Ghanaians.
He can lie.
Ghanaians know that I'm coming.
You will respond, but
Ghanaians
stop lying.
know that the bill needs to be taken to Parliament again and go through the process again. But we are asking, I'm also Ghanaian, can't it be expedited in 2 seconds? Can that process be expedited?
It can. But everything needs to go through a certain process.
That's what I'm saying. Can't it be expedited?
Yeah, it can go. But for now, the major thing that we need, look, let me cite this example, right? Let me cite this example. If you are in a country and your people can't get, let's say 3 square meals or let's say 2 square meals a day, your people don't have jobs, everything is not moving on well. And secondly, in this country, we have ethics, we have our cultural values, we have things that keeps us.
Okay.
So we know our line, we know our queue, we know our channel, we know where to pass and make sure things are better. And we voted for a president because the economy is not well. We voted for a president, we are begging the then president to put his signature on it so that it will be better. We voted for a president that Ghanaians will live better. And you want to tell me the priority of Ghanaians is more than the economy. The priority of the Ghanaians is more than getting a square meal. The priority of the Ghanaians is more than getting jobs. The priority of Ghanaians is more than making sure our rent issues, our things be stabilized in this country.
Okay, so now...
So they should give us a break.
Because of time, let's look at the tax, the measures. I will let you come in.
You got about more.
I will let you come in.
There was some lies.
Yeah, I know, but you let it come in.
You should keep quiet.
But, Honorable, Felix Kwachifosu, Minister for Government Communication, has put up measures, or government have put up measures to mitigate the cost of fuel products, all right? Well, the first one being that fuel tax will be cut or removal of some taxes.
This is what we want to hear.
The second one is that 100 new Metro Mass buses will be deployed. And the last one being that all senior government officials or appointees should adhere to the initiative of not going for fuel. What do you have to say?
This is what Ghanaians want to hear. Why am I saying this? Look, these people mess up the country. Sometimes I become angry when I see an MPP communicator talking about certain things that they knew they did a big 100% mess to Ghanaians.
We are talking about the fuel hike and initiatives government will be taking now. And I've given you the measure they want to take.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
Fine. What I want to say to Ghanaians is, as it stands now, President John Dramani Mahama is very focused and he wants each of his appointees to understand that this is not the time to ride in white horses as leaders. This is the time we need to make sure things are done in the right way by accumulating some things that it will not be a fail, that it will hit the economy.
Okay.
Free fuel, this is not the right time. Do you understand? Living luxury, this is not the right time. Secondly, to flying with economy class, let's say flying with first class and things, this is not the right time. It's time for us to belittle how we spend and manage and make sure we succeed before the 2028, so that Ghanaians will bear with us and be in bed with us and understand that the previous government did worse to the economy, that we are here to make sure things will be done right. So in summary, the NDC is the good managers of the economy, which it is no doubt we can attest to it from day one we took government. Do you understand? So what Felix came to tell the appointees, or let's say Ghanaians,
yeah.
is perfect. This is a reminder, because you can quite remember before, I think 2-3 months when we came to power, the president Poli came out and tell all his appointees that no for he actually break things down for them to understand. So I call this is just a reminder for them to be.
Is he adhered to?
Yes.
Very
Look,
effective.
let me tell you one thing. I will applaud the Minister of Foods, Honorable Abuja.
Yeah.
Look, thumbs up.
Mr. Susos.
Look, you look, because
Why do you refer to him as
let me tell you, because you are not well informed, because you are not ready to listen, because you are not that Ghanaian, you always use that word. Let me tell you.
Is Honorable Governor Agboja. I want you to refer to him as that.
Okay, fine.
Good.
See, let me tell you one thing. He's one person. He's bold. He's one person. He's not ready to go for any fuel. If you go to his ministry, he has ordered everyone, nobody. Look, Obiendi Nilem. He's one person. When you talk about social, let me give you a simple clue. Sourcing, or let's say.
No, I don't want us to delve.
No, because of what he said, I want to clear just 1 minute.
We don't have time.
Just 1 minute. Ghanaians gave us a mandate of 4 years. And these people came to lie to Ghanaians. Year of fruits, year of fruits, year of fruits. Go to Amasaman. Even go to Kwabenya here and go and see the deplorable roads we have in this country. Do you understand? And the fastest way to make sure things are solved is sourcing. How? What makes me happy and very happier is all these contracts given to people is Ghanaians contractors. One, look, let me clear this thing
quickly.
Because if we go to the normal processes, let's say it go to tendering so many things. You use about a year or even almost 2 years to do this thing. So why not giving it to people that we already know, Ghanaian contractors?
You've left the main topic and
I will come because
no time.
I have to respond to your
Time. So let's go. The tax. If 4 taxes are removed, Ghana is going to lose about 500 million Ghana cedis each month. What do you say to that?
What I want to
In
tell
2
Ghanaians,
seconds.
Yes, what I want to tell Ghanaians is the president has cut a lot of things that is going in our favor.
Okay.
And if we'll be truthful to ourselves, we were buying our exchange rate was almost 17 cedis at their time, and we can equally say and attest to it that now dollar is 11 cedi 3 something.
Yeah.
So let's say about 5 cedis that people are gaining.
Okay.
If my brother want to do all the checks, he should go and ask the contractors. Because government gave you contracts when the dollar.
You're still going back.
I'll go back. No, I want Ghanaians to understand this thing. And the contract was hovering around 17 Ghana cedis. Right now it's 11.3. So let's say if you are paying somebody 1,000 Ghana cedis, because the dollar is down now, I cannot give the contractor that 1,000. It needs to come down per what I'm paying.
Okay.
So now is Ghana making profit or losing?
Okay.
Fine. When is so many come back to what you are saying?
It's that time.
There is a profit, but there will be time. Look, I'll need this the same, my brother.
Okay.
So we can explain this to
Greet 2 people.
we'll come back.
For me. Let's go. Two people.
I come again.
Greet 2
So
people.
you
for me.
make me
Shout out.
time for
I'll
you
let you
to-
go. You don't worry.
I want to thank my godfather, Honorable William Amanove, communication officer, deputy communication officer, and me. I always call him my boss because he's one of a kind. Look, he's one of a kind. Secondly, to go back to Amasaman constituency, to Honorable Sedema Fenyo, I say a big thank you for him for doing the needful. And let me say this thing. Incoming vice chairman, Amasaman constituency.
Who is that?
It's
Samuel.
me.
Incoming
vice chairman.
Okay.
So I want to thank
speak to you quickly.
the good people of Amasaman.
Yeah.
They know what I've been doing
Okay.
in power and when we are in opposition. It is not easy. Even you can attest to it. when coming here right now.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
where
not
I'm coming
easy.
from.
So they should look at the good works, what Ampon has done for the community, for the constituency, and the party people, so that they can vote massively.
You should come one-on-one.
Yes,
you should come one-on-one. We'll have that. Yeah. So, 2 seconds.
I think I wanted to respond to some of the statements you made.
Quickly.
You see, talking about the fact that the bill went through, the bill went through some stages and president refused to sign. I already said that. Please, we are learned people, right? So there, like I said earlier on, once there was an interlocutory injunction, some people were rising up against the decision by Parliament. There is no way the president would have done that. Two, the fact is that President today, John Dramani Mahama, if you listen to his Bishop conference, His Excellency, no doubt.
Some respect,
I'm coming. If you listen to him,
I said president.
Yes, I said the president. If you listen to his response to the Bishop conference, he stated that the bill was never transmitted to the president to assent. We all know it. So please, let's spare our audience with some kind of lies and all that. You see, now you said a whole lot. I don't want to go into it. So I don't know the time.
So we greet to people for me. Let's go.
All right. So I want to use this platform to
acknowledge
the work of the honorable member for Williamson constituency, Honorable Stanley Yaonandaya. He has been one of the persons that have been very supportive to the northern part of Ghana, and he is helping his constituency so much. At all time, I will always call on him to do well for us.
Thank you so much. Now, I have one message here. It says that it's coming from base 2 GH. It says there's no bill in front of the president to be signed. Why is the bill to be signed? The bill must be sent to Parliament for legal process before it's passed. Then before it can be sent to the president. Yes, that is the truth, and it has to be sent to Parliament. But I want to say thank you to everyone who made the time to watch, and thank you to MCR department, thank you to producers, directors, and thank you to the camera department as well as editing bench and the social media team. My name is Franklin Cadwell. We have 6 p.m. Yes, lawyer of this nation.